6'5", and welcome to Respect the Game podcast, episode 151. I know it's been like a week since I've been on, but we back. Let me get my shit in order, bro. We're back. I just want to talk to the people real quick, because today's topic is stop worrying about other men. Stop worrying about dudes. That's the problem what's going on all over the country. All over the hood. You see all the shootings and everybody got an op, he the op, he the op. They about to spend the block, they about to come. You just wasting too much time and energy on a bunch of nothing. Stop worrying about other men. Stop worrying about other dudes or what they got going on, what they doing. Unless it's dealing with business, with commerce and transactions, or unless it's something that you want to get into, and then you holler at him and then y'all network and then y'all conduct business. But I don't understand the concept of how you wake up every day, get dressed, go outside, right? Worrying about other men or what they got going on. And you just standing there with it's a group of y'all just standing there doing the same shit every day, smoking and drinking, walking and talking, but ain't shit getting done. The only thing that's getting done is y'all shooting and killing each other or going to prison or going to the graveyard. And that to me doesn't make no sense, bro.
People worried about Russia, Ukraine, cyber attack.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta love yourself first. When you get up in the morning, like when I wake up in the morning, when I wake up and I open my eyes and I see that I'm up, and I'm like, oh man, it's about to turn daylight, right? The first thing I do when I get up is I sit up in my bed and I say, thank you, Lord, for waking me up. All praise is due to you. Oh my goodness. Another day to go at this thing that I've been going after for 7 years now. Thank you. Then I stand up, stretch. Then I walk and I stand in front of my mirror for like 5 minutes. And I just look at myself, stare at myself. And say, all right, today I'm going to work on this. First thing when I wake up in the morning is spiritual. Meditate and reflect on yesterday. What did I do yesterday that'll better me today? I love me. I love me for me. I love him for creating me. Right? For creating my parents, and then they created me. I don't hate me. So when I go outside my doors, I don't hate anybody. I ain't got no ops. I ain't got no enemies. I ain't got this. I ain't got none of that. Nothing negative. No negativity. I just focus on what I need to do every day to maintain my home and my child. Get her to school and get her home from school safely. And feed her every day. I make sure her clothes is washed. She goes to school. She's happy. She's comfortable. She's good. I'm not worrying about what this dude doing and what he driving and how much money he got or who he sleeping with. Is he trying to talk? None of that shit, bro. It's all waste of energy. It's all waste of time. If it's not enhancing you as an individual, then you're wasting your time. It ain't nothing cool or gangster about it, man. If whoever you got around you, if they're not on what you on and trying to, and monetizing what your energies so you can generate some type of income, then you're around the wrong energy. You got the wrong people around you. And then if you can't find the same people that's on what you on, then fall in love with yourself. Be okay with being by yourself. It's okay. I've gotten used to it. I mean, I know when I was young, I wasn't used to it. I've always had people around me, and I've always had a woman. Then I became an adult, and I always had a baby mom, right? Because I was the middle child. So the middle child, I was spoiled by my mom. So I was always, underneath her, on her titty, right? as they say. But then comes a time in a man's life where you got to grow up. You got to grow up, or you're going to end up back in that either 8x8, or you're going to end up 12 feet under. And the 8x8 is an 8x8 cell, where they take years from you. Years for nonsense. Like, I lost 12 years of my life. 12 years of my life worried about this and that, all the irrelevant shit, and going against the grain, and was trying to be the biggest drug dealer where I was from, where I was at. Until they caught my dumb ass, and then they sent me to prison for a long time. When I left, my daughter, who I raised from infant all the way to 8 years old, and when I left and when I came home, she was a grown woman. She was 18, 19. You know the effect that had on my children? That far gap, 10 years, and I say 12 because it was a 10-year sentence, but then it was another 2.5 years of parole. So I was still living in another city, another county, because I couldn't transfer. So I was in that county for another 2.5 years. And I prayed, and I said, well, I don't question God. And I said, well, why did he send me through this path? This was the journey that he sent me through. So he's the best of planners, I guess. Because if I wouldn't have went through this, what I went through, all the negativity, then I wouldn't have been molded to what I am today. There wouldn't have been no Hood Star. There wouldn't have been no Hood Star the brand, or Hood Star World. There wouldn't have been no HoodstarTVRadio.com. There wouldn't have been no Respect the Game, the podcast. There would have been nothing that I'm doing today with the label and the music and the promotion and the social media, blogging, and the things that I do on a daily basis. This wouldn't have been me, because in my previous life, I was a working man, family man, and then I was a community activist. As far as I had, a basketball program where I coached kids from 8 years old all the way up to 19. And then when they went to college, then when they came home during the summer, they played in the summer league against my juniors and seniors to develop them. So that was a chapter of my life. But I was able to recognize it. You know what I'm saying? That's the key. You have to be able to recognize who you are and what you stand for. You cannot be a follower. You got to be a leader. And leaders are not popular in your circle, because nobody want to hear that. When I came home, and then I was on parole, and then when I was in a different city, but I met this dude in prison, and then when we both got out at the same time, we became buddies, best friends, right? And we hung out with each other every day. But he was a loose cannon. But every time I got around him and he got around me, I was always like, nah. Yo, man, let's go. Nah. Yo, man, let's do this. Nah. We're going to do this. This is what I want to do. So you want to be around me? Then this is what I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? This is what we're going to do. When you're around me, we're about having a good time, going out, meeting people, exchanging numbers, exchanging social media, and networking to build what it is that I seek to build. And that was Hood Star Entertainment, and then my artists that I had at the time, and then like that. And then the years kept going by, and then here it is today. Until 5 years ago, I kept him out of trouble that whole time when he was with me. Until 5 years ago, when he decided that he didn't want to go with me to a video shoot that I had in New York City with an artist from New York City. He wanted to stay in the hood. And he started carrying that thing with him again. And I kept telling him, yo, leave that shit. You don't need that shit. Be like, yo, stop coming around here, bro. This is what I do. That's what you do. Keep doing that. Keep doing that Hood Star shit. Right? Keep doing that hood star shit. This is what I do. You know what I mean? I'm in the streets. That's what I do. I said, all right. So I went to the video shoot, and when I got to the video shoot, I get the call. He was shot and killed, bro. So now he's not even here physically. He might be here spiritually, but he's not here to witness the growth. Where I come from the hood, from nothing to a little bit of something, you know. House, you know, cars, own studio, you know, Wi-Fi. Got 5G Wi-Fi now. You know, he's not here with me to ride the dream through, you know, to continue to go on, to move forward. So to all the youngins out there from 12 years old all the way up to 21, what you guys got going on right now is not cool. I know the OGs have failed you. I know your parents have failed you. I know your entertainers and your role models who you look up to, they all have failed you. So you feel like you don't have no other option but to go outside and do what you see them doing. Where you guys don't know, you guys are at a point right now in the world, the way it's designed right now today, 2022. You guys, your brain set is way different than us. You know, when I say us, I mean people who are older than you, adults. So if you're from 12 to 19, I'm talking to you. All the youngins that's outside doing what you're hearing and seeing on social media and in the songs and music. It's a death wish. Is a life sentence. And right now, the courts and the judges and the prosecutors, none of them give a fuck about not one of you. They're handing out football numbers. We're not even going to say football numbers no more. We're going to say basketball numbers. Because they're giving out basketball numbers now. 60 years, 80 years, 100 years. Carjacking is 25 years, mandatory. Armed robbery, carjacking with a gun is 25 years. I know when I was upstate, you know, a lot of young guys were coming through, but they weren't that fucking young. You know, they were in their early 20s. But as I was getting ready, I started seeing the transition. Like, damn, the inmates are getting younger and younger. 17, 18, 19, 17-year-olds coming in for like 3 bodies, bro. Over nothing. Cause I don't know, and I said this too. When I was in prison, and I was reading, and I started seeing all the technology coming along, and the video games and all that. I said, yo, by time 15 years from now, right? Those kids gonna be. I said that shit too. I said, by the time those kids grow up, 12, 13, 15 years old, that fucking video game shit and then the music plus the drugs that they're putting out today, synthetic. Because all the drugs are synthetic. The weed is synthetic. The pills are synthetic. Everything you're drinking is fake. Everything you see is fake. The whole world that we see right now is all fake, man. Fake. Everything is fake, synthetic. The food is synthetic. The weed is synthetic, the alcohol is synthetic, the water is synthetic, the milk, everything. This is why in the United States we have a high rate of diseases and cancers, diabetes, high blood pressure, cholesterol, which leads to strokes, heart attacks, and then the suicide rate right now is out the water. People are killing themselves every day. Every day, people are committing suicide because they can't handle the pressure. And then the energy that's being sent to Earth from the sun right now is making people break because they can't handle it, so they don't know what it is. Oh my God, I'm getting anxiety. Oh, I feel pressure. I feel pressure in my chest. Oh, I feel my arms are tingling. Oh, I feel pressure in my head. Oh, shit. Yeah, it ain't that you going crazy. It ain't that you having a heart attack because you check your blood pressure is regular. You go to the doctor and say, "There's nothing wrong with you. You're okay. You need to go see a psychologist. You need some pills." It's the force of the energy that the sun is sending out, right? The rays are so strong. This is why they're spraying up in front of the sun to block the sun, trying to protect us. But everybody's saying it's chemtrails, whatever the conspiracy is. But that's what it is. So, you just gotta respect the game. See, I have it on my T-shirt. Respect the game, right? That respect the game means that when you decide to jump off your porch, your parents' house, meaning wherever you live at, there's somebody who raised you, who's a mentor, who's an authority figure, and you decide to to leave that and start running the streets, to just know, do your homework first before you jump out the window like that. Because if you're just jumping out the window like that, somebody's gonna bring you in and influence you in a negative way and walk you off the same cliff as the other millions. The United States right now has over 2.5 million people incarcerated. Over 80% of those that are incarcerated are African American and Latinos, origins of Latinos, whether it's Mexican, South American, Puerto Rican, and Dominicans, Cuban, whoever Latino, put them all in the same square, right? All in prison, bro. If they're not, then they're on the street and they got guns on them and they're all on perks and they become fiends. Like they programmed our youth to think and believe that being a drug addict or a fiend is gangster or it's cool. They say it in songs, because it's on beat don't mean that it's cool. You see the music video, they say it on song. Look at today. Today is February 1st. If this don't wake you up, then nothing will. Check this out. Today is February 1st, Black History Month. Today is February 1st, Black History Month. And what do I see on my timeline on February 1st, Black History Month, from one of the world's biggest athletes, entrepreneurs in the world? This was his post today. You would think his post would be about, when we have a dream, or this is Black History Month, Harry Tubman, or whatever, anything to do with Black history. You know what it was? It was him promoting a bottle of alcohol. Promoting a bottle of alcohol. On February 1st, the first day of Black History Month, the biggest entertainer, athlete, entrepreneur in the world right now. And alcohol is and has been the demise of the entire community. The entire country, but I'm speaking as far as the struggle, the hood. When I'm speaking directly to blacks and Latinos in the struggle. Then of course, white America and Asians, they drink too. But today is Black History Month, right? And he had a bottle, promoting a bottle of alcohol. If that doesn't show you how messed up and how corporate America is in control of everything, man. Not even he can go against that. That's sad, bro. That's really like, when I see now, I'm like, damn, man. I'm like, and I'm a big fan. Like, he plays for my favorite teams, I was like, I couldn't believe that shit, bro. I expected more from him, especially. Right? But corporate America is in control of the narrative. So if you're an artist and you want to get to that level, because say you're an artist, you start growing, you start climbing, and you're elevating. Now you reach your Billboard charts, and you're getting #1 singles and #1 albums. And now you're reaching, the elite tier, A list. You hear that, right? You got the D list, C list, B list, and the A list. Then once you when you get the B list, then for you to get to the A-list, then you got to go through them doors of corporate America. Now you have a decision to make. Now, everything that you learn your entire lifetime and everything that you experienced your whole life, what your parents taught you, or your aunts and uncles, your granny, whoever, now you got to push it to the side and walk through that door. They're going to give you, the option. You're either going to go through door number 1, number 2, or number 3. Now, to get through that main door, the A-listed door, you got to sacrifice. Now, what it is, only God knows. People have all the conspiracy theories, whatever. But most definitely, it's your morals and your code of conduct is out the window. They don't want to hear none of that shit, bro. All they want you to do is say, hey, this is Hood Star. And today, we released our new bottle of alcohol. And it's mixed with crack, heroin, fentanyl, meth, and everything that gets you high in one bottle. So I say go get it. All right? Then you're going to start seeing all the rappers and all the entertainers promoting that bottle of alcohol. Guarantee. Because corporate America cut the checks. They cut the checks. Understand? And it is what it is. It's not okay, man. And then another thing. Today is February 1st, first day of Black History Month, and guess what happened today? The coach from the Miami Dolphins just filed a lawsuit against 3 teams. Right? Just filed a lawsuit against 3 teams because of their hiring practice towards black coaches. When is enough is enough? Why can't all the black players and then all the multimillionaires and the billionaires that we have in America that are African American and Latinos, why can't y'all all organize together? So instead of buying chains and stupid ass cars and dumb ass watches, take that money and put it all together. Go buy a piece of land, and then build the stadium, and then develop teams. You could develop just 8 teams for now, and just play all of them playing that one stadium, like I did my basketball league. I had 8 teams, and then we all played on the same basketball court at different times. Started at 12, that game over, another game started. All back to back, 4 games a day. Why not? And start our own league. Got the internet, so you ain't got to worry about, we can't get on NBC, CBS, Fox. No, fuck them. You're on the internet, you just stream it. It's like this. You stream it on YouTube, on TikTok, on Bingo, on Facebook, or whatever. Or if not, they want to block you too, then we stream with somebody else. There's a lot of companies out there that streaming services. You can just stream it directly to people's phones. They're going to buy it. Like now, also today, February 1st, first day of Black History Month, there were 6 bomb threats to HBCU schools. Why? Why you think? Because a lot of the top players that are going to those universities, like the Alabamas and the Georgias and the LSUs and the Notre Dames and, you know what I'm talking about, Florida State, Miami, all the big Division I schools that have been earning billions and billions of dollars for the last 50 years off the blood, sweat, and tears of black athletes. Well, those athletes now are transferring or signing to HBCUs. So now they're upset because now you're taking money. Now you're taking food off their table. So now the HBCUs, they got to make sure that the administration that's running that don't get corrupt and then steal all the fucking money. They got to be organized and run it right and then build it up to where they can get the stadiums and get the TV deals and get the sponsorships. Because that's one thing about us. For some reason, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's in the fucking DNA or what. Every time we get in position, we gotta fucking go crooked. Gotta steal. Gotta keep the money for yourself. No, when the money come in, it ain't for yourself. It's to organize, to build. It ain't for you to go get a gold toilet bowl and a fucking Rolls Royce and a private jet. That ain't it, bro. So the NFL players, y'all need to fucking just do a walk. Like during the Super Bowl, y'all should have just said, fuck it, we ain't playing. Like that movie getting ready to come out. Right before the Super Bowl started, or the national championship got to start, then all the black players, any players of color, just walk out the stadium and say, we ain't playing, bro. We tired of this, man. We taking a stand. Y'all play. Go ahead and play, man. Y'all can play. You right, bro. Go ahead. Y'all play, bro. And just let it all be the white players. Let them play. It'll go back to like watching football in the 50s. And they're all slow as hell. Or, basketball players. It was all white back then. And Bill Russell came in the league and dominated because there was not a lot of black players in the league at the time to match his athleticism. So, gotta fall in love with yourself, man. Focus on yourself. Get yourself right. Then when you get yourself right, then you can love others. But if you don't love yourself, and then you go on outside seeking comfort with people outside your home who don't love themselves, what do you think gonna come out of that? You don't love yourself, they don't love yourself. What do you think gonna happen, bro? You're gonna do some I don't love myself things. You're going to commit crimes. You're going to put yourself in harm's way. I mean, nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. I know you're not perfect. We all make mistakes. But the key is to recognize them and do the best to correct them and try to prevent them. And then whoever your best friend is, if they on that, then you got to cut them off. I know it hurt. Even family, it hurt. Yeah. Now you by yourself. Well, guess what? I'm by myself. I'm finally at peace. And guess what? And I'm still alive. You know how people say, when you die, you'll be at peace? Oh, when you die, they say, may he rest in peace. He's finally at peace. Right? People say that. No, this is like some real shit, bro. I am finally at peace. Finally, after all these years of living. Like if I don't come online or be on my phone blogging or the things that I do concerning Hood Star or Respect the Game, the podcast, it'll be completely silence in this house. And I'm okay with it. I'm comfortable with it. I'm okay with being by myself. I'm okay with loving myself. I'm okay with not having a fanfare or people stroking my ego or telling me how great I am, right? But still not supporting what my platform and this message and my clothing line and the radio station and the mixtape. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm not going to go against the grain. I'm not going to get flustered. I'm not going to be bothered. The world is over 7 billion people in the world. And I don't need all 7 billion people to buy a t-shirt from me. Or all 7 billion people to come listen to my radio station. I'm not greedy like that. A cool meal, couple mil, 100 mil. It'll be truly a blessing. But I'm not going to hate myself for it. Oh my God, ain't nobody like me. Nobody likes me. Nobody following me. Nobody supporting me. I'm not gonna cry and make myself miserable and want to kill myself, commit suicide. Really? Never that. I love myself, man. Even when I was locked up and I was sitting there, I still love myself. I still got up and worked out. I still got up and prayed. I still read every day. I still seek knowledge every day. And I kept my mind busy. So in my mind, that time turned out to be like if I went to a 4-year university and then I went to a master, then I took my master's. And then I took my doctorate because it was 10 years. So the whole experience was like I was in college, right? Because I played basketball. We had a basketball league that was like Division I level. Then we had a baseball league that was like Division II level. Then we had weightlifting competitions. So it was, it just kept me busy the whole time. I didn't get caught up. Even in there, I love myself. I stayed to myself. And I had gangs always approaching me like, yo, won't you come join the Bloods, bro? Like, we'll put you in position. We'll give you a position. Come join the Bloods, okay? Because in prison, I was, I'm 6 foot. I was 290. And I was lifting real heavy, but I was real athletic. So they wanted that on their side. And plus I was intellectual, I could speak, and I drew people towards me. Then it was the Crips, and then it was the Kings, and then it was the Nietas, and then the only crew that didn't approach me was the white gangs, the Aryan Nations and them. They respected me though, because those were the ones that were mainly playing the softball league, and I was on the team and I played. It was cool. So I say that to say this, man: love yourself first. Block all negativity out. This is what my brand stands for. I took all my negativity in my lifetime and I turned it to positive. Because people, they said when I came home, they said, man, what you doing, bro? Like when my old friends seen me, before I went to prison, because I was a drug dealer, right? So they were all waiting for me to come home. Because when they heard the shit that I was moving, they couldn't wait till he got the connect. He got the plug. As soon as I got to the halfway house and they found out where I was working at, they started coming to the job, bro, with bags of fucking money, just dropping it off to me. Like, yo, here you go. Like, yo, what the fuck? What's this? Like, yo, welcome home, bro. You a real one, bro. You held it down. You ain't snitch. You, man, that's for you, bro. When you get out from that halfway house, whatever, you get back up and running, just hit me, bro. I was like, nah, dog. I ain't doing that shit no more. What? What the fuck you mean you ain't doing that shit no more, bro? Nah, bro. Hell no, man. What? When I come home and I'm starting a record label, they laugh. They fucking laughed at me, bro. Said I was too old. I didn't know the music business. I couldn't do this. I was do that. And, just get your money up, man. You got the connect. You got the plug, man. Just go ahead and take this bread, man. Get your money up, bro. Not your funny up. Like, you know what? I was like, man, fuck that. Hell no. So you know what I did, bro? When I was finally done my parole, my halfway house, and I got parole, and it's gonna, release me back into society. I stayed in that city that I was in. I didn't go back home to where I was from. And nobody understood. Like, yo, why the fuck you ain't come home? Why the fuck you staying in that dirty ass fucking poor ass city, man? That shit is fucking run down. I said, you know what? I'd rather be in this city where don't nobody know me, and I don't know no fucking body, but I mind my business, and I'm just gonna be at peace. And there was murders, shootings, carjackings, drug addicts, prostitutes, all kind of shit going on every day around me, man. But I just mind my fucking business and just kept it moving, bro. And kept working towards where I am today. I started Hood Star Entertainment. I reached out to the fucking, I went to City Hall, got the information, I applied for it, I gave my company a name, Hood Star ENT LLC, and then I paid the $60. Then I waited for a couple of months, and they sent me the documentation. Then I applied with the state. Then the state sent me the documentation. Then I registered with the IRS, and then I got my EIN number. Then I took $100 and went to the bank, and I opened a business account with the EIN number. Then I signed up with a distribution company so I could distribute the music. Then I signed up with a publishing company so I could publish the music. Then I signed up with the same publishing company to start my own publishing company. Affiliate to them, to the BMI. So it's BMI/Hoodstar ENT. No, BMI/Hoodstar 365 Publishing. Then I started the clothing brand, Hoodstar the brand, because I got tired of paying people to make my merch, so I put it on my artists so they can wear it in their music videos, on their interviews or their content. And then that's when the clothing line was born. Then it went from just this logo, right, Hoodstar. Then it went from this logo to this logo, Hoodstar World. Because we make the world go around. Urban America, the hip hop culture, makes the world go around as far as entertainment and athletics, right? So that's a big influence, right, on the world. People see it all on social media. They see it all on TV, the NFL, the NBA, Major League Baseball, boxing, whatever it is, music, movies, right? It's the culture. So this is why I created Hoodstar World. Because, we from the hood, we stars, and, we influence the world by millions and millions and millions. You got people around the world acting like us, talking like us, walking like us, dressing like us, dancing like us, running like us, jumping like us, fighting like us. So the influence to the world is massive. But now, instead of us taking that energy and elevating it and taking control of our being and our culture, no. We got to fight and kill one another. And then you have other cultures come in and they monetized it. They own all the major record labels. They own all the streaming service, the Spotify's, the Amazon Music, the YouTube Music, all the major streaming services. They own all the movie creative companies. They own all the professional teams in the stadiums. They own all the universities. So they get all the money. But we the ones that go in and jump and dance and jump and hoop and live and all the bullshit in between, and then they're giving out crumbs. Oh yeah, we're gonna sign this dude right here, 5-year contract. We're gonna give him $100 million, $200 million. He don't know, he ain't getting that, but we're gonna sign him to it. And then we're gonna tax him. So that means we're gonna break it all the way down to 125, and then from that 125, he got to pay for what he weighed. So really, he only getting like $60 million out of that $200 million contract. All right, we're gonna let a couple of them reach the $1 billion range, just a couple of them, so they can believe and think, that that's attainable or that's reachable. Or when they get to that point where they're getting too big for themselves, then we'll knock them off of that mantle with some type of conspiracy or some type of charge. from 30 years ago or 50 years ago will bring them down. You want to buy NBC? You can't buy NBC, bro. You got to start your own NBC. Get it? So to all my youngins that's out there with those guns and believing in your head that shit is gangster, that shit is cool. It's the dumbest, it's the most ignorant, dumbest, most asinine shit that was put on the kids, man. And for those who know better and continue to do so, you're trifling. You should be ashamed of yourself. That blood is in your hands. All that blood is in your hands. Because you're influencing these kids to go out there and do that. It's a shame that they're so weak-minded that, like me, I know better. I love hip-hop. And I listen to it all day long. People send me their music all day. I do music reviews. I create mixtapes. I upload music to the radio station. I listen to all the music. About 90% of it is kill them, kill them, kill them, shoot them, shoot them, shoot them, fuck them, fuck. Drugs, get high, be an idiot, and all that shit. But that don't mean I'm going to go outside and do that. I'm not going to go outside and do 100 miles an hour down the fucking road and crash into nobody all drunk and high and stupid. I'm not going to go out and say, yo, what the fuck was you looking at, and start shooting at them. Hey, yo, you the ops. Hey, yo, that's the ops, man. I live on this street, and around the corner, he my enemy because he lives around there. And I live right here. That shit is dumb. That shit is stupid as hell. It don't make no sense. It's dumb. I never understood the concept of that. Like, I can see, like, if you, like me, I did construction, right? So then they organized and created a union. Okay. So you created a union so you can protect the workers and you get benefits and pension, annuity, and a good rate, to get paid for the work that you do. So you organize. So that concept I understood, because I've asked the OG that when I was locked up. He was like 68. He was my bunkie, right? And I used to ask him. He said, "Man, that shit started in the 50s, man. You know what I mean?" And this was the concept. The concept was people organize so they can organize their money and politically to combat any outside deities that come in to transgress or to oppress the community. So we'll have protection, to protect the community, to enhance and advance the community. Well, here it is 70 years, 75 years later, and it's totally backwards. Now they are oppressing and transgressing against their own community. And they think that this shit is cool. Like it's gangster. Like it's okay. Like you can't even go outside your house. You can't even take your kids to the park. You can't even send your child to the corner store. Or you go to the corner store, you better go in there quick and get out of there. Because you're liable to get shot. Because you're liable to get shot, dog. Real talk. So, with that being said, man, I just want to touch on that real quick. I'm Ali, Hoodstar365. Respect the Game, the podcast, now on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And streaming, the video will be on my YouTube channel at Hoodstar World. Go subscribe. Follow me on IG, Hoodstar365, Hoodstar365 TV Radio, Hoodstar World, and Hip Hop Future Stars. That's a new page I created. And artists are sending me their freestyles. And I'm just providing a platform to just help change the narrative with our young people. That if you have talent, and you know how to create music, or whatever it is you know how to create, and nobody wants to listen to you or give you opportunity, send it to me. Let's work. I got a radio station. I got over like several thousands of songs of indie artists on the radio station. Go listen to it. From artists all over the country, in the United States of America. And then some artists from abroad, like Africa, Amsterdam, and UK, and places like that. All right? So with that being said, I'm Ali, host of 365, and this is Respect the Game, the podcast, episode 151. Go to Apple, Spotify, and go listen to the other 150 of them. And hear the message. Share it so everybody else can get this message, man. It's time for us to stand up, 10 toes down, your chin up, your chest out, man up, man. Within yourself. Love yourself. Protect your energy. Deflect all negative energy, whether it's male, female, friends, family, or foe. And you will see that you will be at a better place and at peace, but still alive. It's Hood Star. Respect the game. Peace.